Part 1. Israel in Egypt. Joseph's family came to Egypt during a time of famine. What started as a small family became a great nation. The Israelites grew in number, strong and prosperous. But their growth made Egypt afraid. A new pharaoh rose who did not know Joseph. Out of fear, he made the Israelites slaves, and treated them harshly. One day, Moses tried to defend his people, but fear forced him to run into the wilderness. In the desert, a bush burned but was not consumed. From the fire, God called Moses to set his people free. Part 2. Freedom from Egypt. Moses returns to Egypt. Moses went back to the place he once escaped. This time, with God's authority, Moses stood before the king and said, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh's heart was hard. God sent plagues across Egypt. Each one showed his power over all. First Passover night. God told his people to mark their doors with blood. That night, death passed over, and they were spared. Exodus begins. After years of slavery, freedom finally came. The people of Israel walked out, by God's hand. Part 3. The Red Sea Miracle. Pharaoh chases Israel. Pharaoh changed his mind and sent his army. The Israelites were trapped, with nowhere to go. God made a way where there was none. The sea parted, and they walked on dry ground. Egyptian army destroyed. When the enemy followed, the waters returned. God protected his people, and defeated their enemies. On the other side, they sang with joy. The Lord is our strength and our victory. Part 4. Wilderness Journey. Bitter water made sweet. In the desert, the water was bitter. But God made it sweet, showing his care. When they had no food, God provided daily. Bread fell from heaven, every morning. When they were thirsty, God gave water from a rock. Even in the desert, he provided. As long as Moses lifted his hands in prayer, the victory came from God. Part 5. Mount Sinai. Thunder roared, and fire covered the mountain. God came down, in power and glory. God gave his law to guide his people. A path, to live in righteousness. The people promised to obey God. They became his chosen nation. Part 6. Israel's big mistake. While Moses was on the mountain with God, the people became impatient. They didn't know what was happening to him, so they went to Aaron and asked him to make them a god they could see. Aaron made a golden calf, and the people began to worship it, forgetting the God who had just saved them. When Moses came down from the mountain, he saw the people worshiping the idol. He was filled with anger and sorrow because they had turned away from God so quickly. In that moment, he threw down the stone tablets and broke them. But Moses did not give up on the people. He went back to God and prayed for them, asking God to forgive their sin. Because of his mercy, God chose to forgive them and continue with them. Part 7. God called Moses back up the mountain again. He gave him new stone tablets, showing that he was giving the people another chance. It was a new beginning for Israel. God then gave detailed instructions for building a special place. This place was called the Tabernacle, where God would live among his people. It showed that God wanted to be close to them. The people followed God's instructions carefully. They worked together, using their skills to build the tabernacle exactly as God had commanded. Everything was prepared for God's presence. When the tabernacle was finished, God's glory filled it. His presence was so powerful that even Moses could not enter at first. From that moment, God was with his people, leading and guiding them wherever they went.